Welcome back to this playthrough for Fallout New Vegas. In the last video we made it to the Brotherhood is still bunker, or at least one of them. Apparently there might be four in this area. I don't think they'll be ticked off with me wearing Caesar or Kaiser's Legion. If they call it Kaiser throughout this game, that's going to drive me nuts. Anyway, let's see here. There should be some Brotherhood people here somewhere, I would think. I mean, this is, after all, where Veronica came from. Speaking of which, I'm not really sure if she's going to be an ideal partner for me with her, predilection to getting in the way of me shooting people. Well, so much for that door.
What's up? This better not be about the meaning of life. Sure, he's one of the hotel managers on the Strip. He comes up in the news now and then. Him and the other chairman run the Tops. It's one of the nicer hotels. Or so I hear. Elder McNamara wouldn't shell out for a passport for me, so I've actually never been to the Strip. Why do people get so cheap when they get old? See you around.
Yeah, we're gonna talk.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress? What's up?
There we go.
Well, when two people really love each other, you really don't know this stuff yet? Yep, it's your typical city layout. Rich people in a gated community surrounded by extreme poverty. House gave the area around the Strip to the locals, but he has no interest in it, so he ignores it entirely. It just needs new management. I'd love to see the Brotherhood do it, but since the Codex doesn't say clean up Freeside, no one listens to me. Bunch of sticklers. Ooh, do I get a prize if I answer right? I'm worried they'll be the death of the Brotherhood. They take what they want. We defend our interests to the death. But there's a handful of us and tens or hundreds of thousands of them. So it's not going to end well. Last time we clashed, we lost a lot of people. Retreated to our bunker. Now we're afraid to even move around during the day. I was told we wouldn't be tested on this. Silliest dressed band of raping, slaving marauders you'll see east of California. I'll say that. Where's that touch of old world class? Although, I hear the soldiers mount each other as much as they mount their women, so maybe they did keep a little something from the Empire. No such privilege for the women, though. Figures. So, to answer your question, they're a bunch of hypocritical jerkwads. It's a word.
Okay.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
I'm giving you your helmet back.
See you around.
Alright, so there's nothing in this bunker. East side. There's something over there. Okay. Where's this family you talk about all the time? Interesting. I can unlock that one. Guess we'll just keep going in a clockwise direction for now. Something. It's already hard enough seeing things with it being dark without having to deal with this too. That might be by design, though. So maybe there's something here. It looks to be about equal distance. Yep, here we go.
Hold on, I've got this. I'd like a large atomic shake and a double Brahmin burger. And easy on the agave sauce this time.
We gave you a password, Veronica. It's for your safety.
I know where you live, Ramos. Open up.
For Pete's sake. Opening up. Welcome back, Veronica.
Oh, alright, here we go.
Listen up. I'm in charge of security around here, and I can't say I'm too happy about having an outsider waltzing around. But since you came in with Veronica, I'm inclined to cut you a little slack. Just behave yourself, and we won't have any problems, okay? Oh, and the Elder's going to want to talk to you. He's on the second level. Just take a right once you get down there. My office is right here in case you need anything. Just ask for Ramos.
Still in the dark. Okay.
Sharp, Ramos.
Behave yourself this time, Veronica.
Take right, so I guess that's this way. Or not.
I have important work to do, so no time to talk.
Zigged when I should have zagged.
We have a duty to
Still
preserve
breaking
the
hearts
past.
there, I see, Scribe Schuler.
As much as I'm sick of Taggart's VR sims, I have to admit, we wouldn't be combat ready without him.
Okay, maybe I need to go down a level. Who knows? Maybe not. This just seems to be like right under the floor or something. I don't know if you know where this guy is. Where is he?
How may I assist you? We have a duty to preserve the past.
Well, you could assist me by giving me some freaking dialogue options.
You must be the stranger I've been hearing about. Sorry, but I'm strictly forbidden from offering our tech to outsiders like yourself. Besides, I'm a little busy right now.
Well, I found the armory, I guess.
The bunker takes a little getting used to, doesn't it?
They did too. There we go. Maybe.
Now, who can tell me the primary components of gunpowder?
You literally have nobody in here with you, sir.
Keep an eye on Veronica here. She's a sharp one.
More than I can say about you talking to an empty classroom, but okay.
You're being watched, so don't get any ideas.
Thanks for being so friendly, dude. Yeah, it's a bathroom. Oh, L2, level 2. Okay, got it.
When Paladin Ramos informed me that Veronica was approaching with an outsider in tow, at first I didn't know what to think. After giving the matter some thought, however, I've decided that an outsider could be of use to me right now. However, I will not force you to help us. Should you refuse, you will be allowed to leave here, though you'd remain Veronica's responsibility. What do you say, outsider? Are you willing to help us? Then allow me to explain our situation. This bunker is currently locked down, allowing no entry or exit, with you being one of the few exceptions. In exceptional cases, teams are sent out to investigate sites or retrieve materials deemed too important to ignore. 3 such teams have gone missing recently. and the news of their disappearance has not yet been widely spread to avoid undue concern. In order to maintain the peace and adhere to the strictures of the lockdown, I need to send someone else to discover what happened to them. I'm glad I can count on you. Oh, and one other thing. The patrols each had a holotape detailing their missions that you can use to track them. The shielding of the bunker prevents us from actively tracking them, but their positions should show up on your map once you get to the surface. Should our worst fears become realized, please bring back all 3 of the holotapes from the patrols. Otherwise, bring our brothers home. I've given the order that you be given access to some of the equipment our scouts and patrols have scavenged over the years. You won't be allowed to purchase any prohibited equipment, but hopefully some of what's available will prove useful to you.
Okay. Huh. Neat.
Found the missing patrols, or was something else on your mind? I can spare a little time. What did you want to talk about? That is this base's defensive system. It serves as camouflage and masks all entry and exit from the bunker. We use it to hide our patrols and supply runners, though we still send such out at night to be extra safe. It's a protective measure that was enacted after our defeat at Helios. The NCR was hot on our heels, and we wouldn't have survived another encounter. It was decided that we would stay quiet for a time, heal the wounded, and try to come up with a new strategy. However, after we had fully recuperated, our first scouting measures showed that the NCR's presence in this region had only increased in our absence. There are now more than 5 times the number of NCR troops in the area as when we fought them, and we have half the number we did at Helios. And so the lockdown has been extended. To go outside would be the death of us all. We have some personnel that are allowed to travel on the surface. They trade for what we need and occasionally drop off what they acquire. We make sure that they only enter or leave the bunker while the sandstorm is active, to avoid detection. Bye.
Oh, Veronica. Dude, come on now.
We just had word that the town of Print is now part of the NCR. At this rate, they'll be running the whole region soon.
Calm down.
McNamar's done a pretty good job, given the situation he was handed.
So, can I get some of that, nifty little power armor there? Yeah. Live in very Spartan conditions, that's for sure. Neat.
So, you're the outsider that's been given leave to wander around freely. Desperate times call for desperate measures, I guess. Name's Hardin. I'm the head paladin of this chapter, and I think we might be able to help each other out. I don't know what the Elder talked to you about, but I can tell you this chapter is in trouble. And he's at the center of it. Are you willing to listen to what I have to say? As you may have already heard, this entire base is under a state of lockdown. No one goes out except small patrols at night. Most of the chapter has been sealed in here for years. And those few who were outside when the lockdown was initiated are forbidden from returning. Morale has plummeted as time has gone by, and many of our current paladins haven't seen combat outside of training simulations, and all because of the Elder's explicit order that no one be allowed in or out. The only way things will change is if a new Elder is installed. Veronica's a special case. She handles the procurement of supplies, If we didn't let her and those like her back in, we'd all starve. If the Elder could manage it, he'd shut them out as well, and all in the name of security. Which is why we need to replace him. Of course I have, many times in fact. The Elder has an open-door policy and will listen to advice on any subject save this one. He refuses to see that our isolation is slowly weakening us. Aside from being our duty, going out on missions is what kept us strong. And because he fails to see that, he must be replaced. I don't know. I've gone through our records dozens of times looking for a precedent regarding the dismissal of an Elder and come up with nothing. The people who are most likely to know how it could be done are also some of McNamara's strongest supporters, so they refuse to help me, which is why we're having this conversation. An outsider such as yourself would arouse less suspicion asking questions about such matters. The fact that the Elder has some tasks for you means his faithful won't suspect you, and you have a line open to the man himself. In short, you're in a perfect position to help me. Will you at least think about it? That'll have to do. I'd recommend going to see Ramos first. As head of security, he's more familiar with our protocols than anyone else here. You could also try to find something relevant in our data store, though last I heard Scribe Ibsen is having a bit of a problem accessing it. And if McNamara should give you any tasks, I'd ask that you kept me abreast of them. Report anything you find to me, and we'll move from there.
That was unexpected.
Every day we come one step closer to reclaiming the glory of the past.
We just had word that the town of Prim is now part of the NCR. At this rate, they'll be running the whole region soon.
Okay, so these guys are unimportant. Actually, so what was the talk to Ramos and well, we can deal with that later, I suppose.
The bunker takes a little getting used to, doesn't it?